celebrating International Women's Week here at the Shangri-La Ladies VIP Night in partnership with HSBC. And as you can see, absolutely amazing, wonderful, beautiful and strong personalities, ladies here at the Shangri-La today. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be some very interesting topics discussed today, considering the fact that today's theme or this year's theme is going to be Think Smart, they build smart and innovate for change. So let's take that very special journey here with High TV.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ladies VIP Night. Now, Ladies VIP Night believes in connecting, collaborating, and celebrating for a good cause. And today, we connect during our cocktail, and we collaborate with our partners, and we are here to celebrate tonight in partnership with HSBC International Women's Week 2019.
I seriously feel privileged to be moderating this set of power ladies. So beyond that, the idea is to be inspired by these powerful ladies and perhaps take some ideas as to what really inspired them to be what they are today. What we are going to do in the next 40 minutes or so is to ask each of them to share their own ideas in terms of the theme of the International Women's Day, Balance for Better. I know they will have different perspectives, and so I'm going to break the ice, so to say, to get the first take in terms of what the theme is all about for them.
Thank you, Nishka. Thank you, HSBC. I'm here mainly representing Sumi Munasungha, who founded a movement called Nokunu. And it's a simple organization. It's a people's movement started by a fairly elderly lady. She's in her 70s and certainly has enough money stashed away and didn't need to do this. But she believed that even at this stage in her life that she could do better for her grandchildren, for her children, and for her country and her people. And some of us who believed in the same dream have supported her. And so I'm here on her behalf and as to pay tribute to her. But when I look at the power around this room, I'd really like to pitch something to you. This is not just about some crazy women having a dream or a couple of other. It's not women only. It's a movement that's cut across, and we have at least 15,000 people now actively following us on Facebook, and it's gone to every part of the country. What we're trying to do is, what we're saying is that if we can just have some discipline and some commitment and accountability, it could be for a foot, it could be for a yard, it could be for a mile, depending on your power, zeal, and capability, to just clean up the front of your house or your street or your company, we could make a significant difference in this small country. So that's the basic pitch. Every street, every beach, every workplace, there is a sphere of impact. And if we could only do something about the waste we generate. A few things. 70% of our waste is food waste. So we are lucky. We don't have as much packaging as you would have in many parts of the Western world. If we can only teach, and in this room it's about teaching your servants, honestly, right? So teach your servants. Take that time out when you go. Tomorrow's a weekend or something. Please, just spend the time. Drill it in. I can tell you I've drilled it in 100 times. It doesn't work effectively, but you have to keep doing it. Have that conversation with the street cleaners. Walk out, see what's there. Try and fix one street corner, one beach, one village. Whatever you can do, you can make a significant difference. think about the friend you have who's died of cancer or your own family, and think, it's the plastic that we're consuming in our food. It's all the pollution that we have. Do it for them. Do it for somebody you love. Do it for yourself.
I'd like to believe that I'm a real girl power supporter, believe in girls and women. I'm an entrepreneur, and I was single-handedly raised by my mother and my grandmother. So I built a group of companies from nothing. I employ nearly 98% of women and girls. My core strategy team is a bunch of girls below 30. And I feel like the entire success of my group of companies is this amazing girl power crew I have around me. I really do nothing, but it's really, and I feel like I've cracked a code, by unleashing the power of girls and women. Like, we've done some mega things. And I'm like, if you want to build a Google, that's up to us, And I'm looking forward to sharing our insights on girl power and women and what it can do.
For me, today is about remembering what balance is about. And see, it's not about fighting about rights, or it's not pie. Women asking for opportunities does not mean that men get less. We just want the same chance that you have, politically, educationally, economically, sexually, and we don't want to be judged for it. That's all we want, the same opportunity.
She is the core of the night, of Colombo, or VIP Ladies VIP Night. And she has done such an amazing and a wonderful job. Beautiful inside and out, and inspiring so many women and men tonight here at the Shangri-La. And I'm talking about none other than the very beautiful and elegant Latika. My goodness, congratulations to you.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you for those wonderful words. Thank you.
And, it has been a wonderful journey, organizing, getting everyone together, and really making sure that everything is going on schedule. And what was the process? How has it been for you over the last couple of years? How has it grown?
Well, I think the Ladies VIP Night brand has developed and grown a fair amount over the last few years. And we've always believed in connecting, collaborating and celebrating, but with a cause. And that's what we really thrive to do. It's great to, bring people together, women together, and getting them to, allowing them to sort of bond with old friends. I mean, I've had so many people saying, oh my God, I haven't seen these people for ages. And so it's nice to bring people together like that as well. People make new friends. And I think the charity that we supported tonight, I think did really well. So I'm proud to be part of that I can actually donate something through an event like this.
Talking about this year's theme, overall theme worldwide, Think Equal, striving for change, and building or being smart, in this case, an intelligent culture enriched with a lot of values, or cultivating all of the values. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's very, very important for women in this day and age. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it still is a man's world, and we women have to balance everything that we do. So even if we are in our top jobs, when we go home, we still have very much a role to play. And I think that's where balance really comes into it. And it's very important for us to have me time, right, in order for us to function. So I believe that it's very, very important. And I think it's a great theme for this year for us to be thinking about this, whether it's balancing for wellness or whether it's balancing for gender equality. It's very needed, and I think we need to create that awareness.
So you have seen, heard, and even spoken every aspect in terms of women's rights, Women's Day, and celebration of women. So where do you see Sri Lanka in the next 10 to 20 or 15 years where women's rights are concerned?
I think sort of, women are becoming sort of much more aware of what they need to do and what they have to do to get to where they want to be. And I think it's all about supporting one another, right? I think that's really something that I believe in strongly. I think we need to support one another in order to get to where we want to be. Because there's definitely a lot of capable women out here that can do a lot more. And I think they're going for it. And it's great to see, when I'm arranging these events, there are so many women that, you can choose from that have done so many wonderful things. And it's very difficult to make those choices because we've got such limited time.
And finally, what would your advice be to the young lady, to the little girl currently watching and listening to us right now?
Whatever your goal is, go for it. Be confident, be passionate, and never let anybody tell you that you can't do it.
Welcome back, and we are back with one of the most amazing and wonderful members of the panel discussion, Linda. So tell me, how does it feel to be a part of today's discussion?
Well, I saw it as, speaking to a special gathering of people who would normally be the corporate sector, I would think. So it was quite interesting, yeah.
And considering the fact that overall theme is Think Equal and for change, and what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I think, it's an evolving topic. And in terms of a topic, I think it's really great that we're tuned in to the rest of the world, what's happening. And as someone who's really been pushing the women's agenda in Sri Lanka, I really feel it's really relevant, because now even when I go into these panel discussions, I don't get asked the cliche question. It's really nice to be asked about the work. And I think even, Women on a Mission, it was really about the work. So I thought that was really special and quite progressive.
What would your advice be to the young girls and the young ladies who are listening right now and watching this right now?
Yeah, I think, I'm a big advocate of, one of the best forms of activism is also doing, So I think the girls today, they just need to, just do what they believe in, and just close their ears to what they hear. And just while dealing with whatever they have to deal with, nobody should define, the power of your dreams, right? Or the scope of your dreams. Only you should define it. So that would be my advice to them, Go the full mile.
How do you feel about today's event?
Oh, it's been great. I love the fashion show. Being a fashion designer, I enjoyed it the most, and always Radhika has beautiful designs. Plus, it's for a good cause today. Ladies VIP night always never fail to impress, but this time Balance for Better, International Women's Week, and then there was great panelists who spoke about the whole thing, and I really enjoyed, and extremely good food tonight.
You look beautiful today. Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Indeed.
Colombo Ladies VIP Night, and this year it's absolutely amazing. All beautiful faces, known personalities indeed, and none other than the very beautiful and elegant Mrs. Ramani Fernando. Thank you so much for being here. And first question is basically about the theme. Think Equal, Build Smart, Innovate for Change. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think it's very important, and I think we women are very smart, and we are getting there, okay? We are getting there, and I have empowered so many women in my career, and I would say in my career that the girls are very, very smart and much more committed, and after all they're all multitaskers, having babies and homes to run, but still they are very, very committed. I see a big difference from the men to women, so I think we women are much stronger.
And finally, what would your message be to all the little girls who are watching this right now?
Yeah, believe in yourself and just go ahead and do what you want to do, as long as they're on the correct path.
Before we get into what's on the show this evening, I would like to remind you that this show is special for two reasons. One, you get a chance to see some brilliant designs that you can wear and make you feel beautiful. But at the same time, the models who are going to walk before have a wonderful story. They're celebrating the partners who have taught them what is right, what is wrong. The person who they have hugged first and said, "I love you, Daddy. That's what makes me who I am." So that is the bond that is so special. And that's going to be the first part of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome the collection by Lois London, together with King and Lois, Radhika and Rob.
You can dance Go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. If he asks if you're all alone, can he walk you home? You must tell him no. 'Cause don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms she gonna be. So the last dance for me.
Celebrating Ladies VIP Night here at Shangri-La, Colombo. And as you can see, wonderful people, known personalities indeed, and a gentleman who does not need an introduction. So tell me, Mr. Ferry, first of all, how have you been?
Well, not too bad actually. Thank you.
And talking about this year's theme, Think Equal, Build Smart, Innovate for Change. Very strong points. What are your thoughts on that?
Fabulous things. And we must realize that actually Sri Lanka is way ahead of the rest of South Asia in terms of women's rights, etc. But we still have a lot more to go. So in a way, it's good that we're pushing that envelope, push and push and push, because we need to be not just the best in South Asia, we need to be on par with the West in terms of rights for women, in terms of equality, in terms of just the way men treat women. It's as simple as that.
On a lighter side of things and on a very personal note, any particular lady or ladies who have inspired you in your career path and in your life?
Oh gosh, there's one I could say unhesitatingly, and it's not a name that you're either going to like or be fond of. Mother Teresa, I would say, really. You know, it takes one woman to show the rest of the world, and what a woman.
And finally, what would your thoughts or what would your vision be in the future for little girls out there who want to become who they want to be?
Well, you know, I always say that for young people, life is not going to be as great as it is for us. There's always a restriction of liberty, a restriction of freedoms. That's the way the world is going. Everything you do is watched. Everything, you know, and it's not a good world we're going into. So we need to try somehow to make it better for them.
We are celebrating International Women's Day 2019 here at the very beautiful Shangri-La, Colombo Ladies VIP Night. And I'm super excited to introduce to you the panel members for this year's discussion, and none other than being member number 1, the very beautiful Onella. So I'm pretty sure you're extremely excited about today.
I am, and I'm very honored to be part of this amazing panel of women, incredible women. I think I'm one of the youngest on the panel, and it's so overwhelming at the same time. I'm very blessed to be surrounded by these amazing women, and I'm looking forward to learning a lot from them.
And any particular points, or sort of like a teaser in terms of the discussion, that points that you're going to be talking about today?
From my angle, I would share as a young woman what young women can do and how to empower themselves and the steps we can take to balance for better.
Very good. And this year's theme is Think Equal, Build Smart, and Innovate for Change. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, you're going to have to catch it at the panel because I can't really sit now.
Celebrating International Women's Day, Colombo Ladies Night VIP Ladies Night 2019 here at the Shangri-La. And so many wonderful people, wonderful partners have come together to make it absolutely an amazing night. And none other than the Executive Director for Give to Sri Lanka, Mr. Roshan, here with us. And your input is very valuable because you have been a partner for Colombo Ladies VIP Night for the longest time.
Yeah. Thank you for having us today. Actually, lovely to be here. It's just that we are partnering this event as many other events as well to raise funds for extremely marginalized people in our country who are suffering from access to clean water these causes are not highlighted enough in our society. So we are trying to sort of make a difference and an impact by sort of, let's say, giving them also a voice in this whole thing.
And finally, what is the future for Give to Sri Lanka?
When we started this entire endeavor, I think we were trying to sort of, let's say, because the whole landscape or the backdrop is that we are on the decline of receiving international funding for good causes. And as a result, I think it's imperative that we do something about it in order to raise funds locally. So I think there are enough and more Sri Lankans living here as well as overseas who can really make a difference to their own fellow Sri Lankans.
A great day such as this calls for great personalities indeed, and we do have the beautiful and the wonderful director for the British Council, Ms. Jill, with us, and it's wonderful. Thank you so much. And talking about this year's theme, Think Equal, Build Smart, Innovate for Change. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm very proud to say that in the British Council, 60% of our staff are female in the British Council Sri Lanka. So of the 250, most of them are female. And not only that, within our senior management team, which is a much smaller group, 86% are female. So there's a strong leadership, female leadership in the British Council. Apart from that, many of our programs and projects focus on gender and gender issues. So we have a very strong program around combating violence against women. And we have other programs in which we use the arts to try to raise awareness of gender issues. So for example, using theatre, using puppetry, in order to give girls and young women much more confidence to step up to the potential that they have.
And finally, as a lady, what would your advice or thoughts be to all the young ladies and the little girls watching this right now?
Oh, I would say look deep inside yourself, believe in yourself, and really step up to your full potential.
It truly has been one amazing night here at the Shangri-La Ladies VIP Night. And all we can say is Latika has done it again. One glorious night indeed here in Colombo. A very special thank you to each and everyone who took part indeed and who were here to make sure that tonight is an absolute success. Until then, this is Dana signing off for High TV.